The famous Ferrero Rocher holds a guarded secret, wrapped in shiny gold charm. This special recipe, made over 100 years ago, has stayed in the same family for 4 generations in a row. The impressive success we see today is thanks to an Italian visionary who turned his father's small bakery into a huge, billion-dollar company, making it a well-known name in the chocolate world. This is the story of Michele Ferrero. Michele Ferrero was born in 1925 in the enchanting Piedmont region of Italy, nestled in the northwest with Switzerland as its neighbor and the magnificent Alps as its backdrop. His childhood unfolded in the serene town of Alba, situated between the bustling cities of Turin and Genoa in the southern part of Piedmont. Alba was famous for its splendid vineyards, remnants of ancient Roman culture, and architectural treasures that traced their origins back to the 12th century. It was in this charming town that Michele's father, Pietro, embarked on a humble bakery venture, driven by lofty dreams and aspirations. Trained as a pastry chef, Pietro developed an unwavering fascination with striking the perfect harmony between locally sourced cocoa and hazelnuts. This quest resulted in Pietro's own rendition of gianduja, a thick, indulgent chocolate paste that became synonymous with Piedmont's chocolate excellence. Pietro marketed this creation as pasta gianduja, and it swiftly evolved from a local delight to a nationwide sensation. They packaged it neatly in aluminum foil, shaping it into small loaves that you had to cut with a knife, and it became an instant hit. In 1946, Pietro, along with his brother Giovanni, started the Ferrero Company. This turned their small pastry shop and chocolate business into a much bigger operation. Interestingly, Pietro's most significant business move didn't happen in his bakery, it was when his wife, Pira, gave birth to their only child, Michele. Michele grew up in Alba, a quiet town. He learned everything about making chocolate by watching his dad. But then, his dad passed away when Michele was only 51 years old. The business was left to his brother Giovanni and Michele. Sadly, less than 10 years later, Giovanni also passed away, and Michele was left heartbroken and in charge of a business that was growing fast. In the heart of Italy, a confectionery tale unfolded, born of necessity and fueled by ingenuity. Pietro, the father of Michele, possessed an uncanny talent for fashioning confections like no other. Amidst the turmoil of war, chocolate scarcity prompted Pietro to pivot, turning to hazelnuts as a pragmatic substitute. Importing chocolate was fraught with challenges, given Italy's isolation from the rest of Europe. Yet, it was Pietro's resourceful spirit that kindled the flames of a business, a humble workshop, and eventually, a sprawling factory to amplify production. Little did he fathom the remarkable evolution that awaited his creation, pasta gianduja, when his son Michele assumed the reins of the company. Michele, a visionary leader, departed from convention. Instead of conventional chocolate bars and fillings, he conjured an audacious idea, a chocolate spread. In 1949, a mere couple of years into his stewardship, Super Crema made its debut, captivating taste buds and hearts alike. Chocolate ceased to be a luxury, it became an everyday necessity. Super Crema graced shelves alongside bread spreads, emblematic of Michele's pioneering spirit. To promote his creation, Michele commissioned a vibrant truck, laden with the company's colors, to traverse Italy, delighting children with chocolatey gifts. Michele's brilliance lay in recognizing what competitors often overlooked, the power of strategic advertising and marketing to stoke demand. A decade into his tenure, Ferrero burgeoned to encompass 3 additional factories, 2 of which lay beyond Italian borders. Michele's true breakthrough lay in Germany, where he ingeniously repurposed old missile factories into candy production hubs. Leveraging post-war infrastructure and a burgeoning craving for candy bars, a trend that started with war rations, Michele steered Ferrero to unparalleled triumph. In 1964, Michele embarked on a daring rebranding journey, transforming Super Crema into Nutella. This name artfully melded the English word nut with an Italian suffix, evoking culinary classics like mozzarella, portobello, and citronella. Yet, the transformation extended beyond nomenclature. Michele, much like his father, was on a relentless quest for the perfect blend of ingredients. His dedication birthed Nutella, a wholly distinct recipe shrouded in secrecy. It is whispered that the original formula was once translated into Arabic and safeguarded within an Egyptian vault. Nutella swiftly captured the hearts of European youngsters, and Michele's shrewd strategy to infuse the brand with international appeal paid off handsomely. In 1983, he introduced Nutella to the American market, and it took the world by storm. But amidst Nutella's resounding success, Michele remained far from complacent. In 1968, he unveiled Kinder, a product tailor-made for children. With Ferrero's production already entrenched in Germany, Michele tapped into local palates with consummate skill. Kinder, rooted in traditional confectionery, charmed with its unique blend of milk chocolate, sugar, milk powder, and cocoa. Over time, Kinder introduced a plethora of products, including Kinder Surprise, Kinder Bueno, Kinder Maxi, King ice creams, and more, perpetually targeting the younger demographic. Michele's genius was not confined to innovative products, it also extended to a nuanced marketing strategy. Ferrero maintained its image of opulence and luxury while unveiling diverse products for distinct markets, each under its own brand name. Over 3 decades into his tenure, Michele was poised to unveil his magnum opus. In 1979, Michele gifted the world a chocolate masterpiece that would captivate taste buds across the globe. His inspiration partly stemmed from a spiritual odyssey. The name Rocher was derived from a grotto in Lourdes, France, where a saint had purportedly witnessed a vision of the Virgin Mary. Michele's pilgrimage to this hallowed site left an indelible mark, leading him to christen his creation, Ferrero Rocher. He continued to make these pilgrimages throughout his life, underscoring the deep significance of the chocolate. Ferrero Rocher's allure lay in its intricate construction, a whole crunchy hazelnut encased in Nutella, enveloped by a delicate wafer shell, coated in a layer of chocolate and adorned with roasted hazelnut fragments. But what truly set it apart was its packaging. Each Ferrero Rocher was swathed in shimmering gold foil, cradled in a paper cup, and emblazoned with the Ferrero Rocher brand. This packaging bestowed a veneer of luxury, linking it with opulence and indulgence. The packaging became so iconic that plastic boxes and displays were deliberately designed to showcase the golden wrappings. These chocolates became synonymous with celebrations, with over half of Ferrero Rocher's annual sales occurring during the festive season, particularly around Christmas and New Year's Eve. They now graced the world in an array of delectable flavors. Michele's global expansion of sales and production knew no bounds. He diversified his sources of raw ingredients and established an empire of 8 factories spanning 5 continents, supplemented by a network of sales offices. Michele Ferrero revolutionized his father's modest chocolate enterprise, propelling it to global acclaim. He masterfully segmented the company into distinct brands, Ferrero Rocher embodying elegance and indulgence, Kinder, tailored for children, and Nutella, a versatile pantry staple. Maintaining political neutrality and minimizing sponsorship commitments, the company remained untarnished under Michele's astute leadership. Ferrero stayed true to its roots, investing in expanding transportation infrastructure to draw a broader workforce and fostering social initiatives that cultivated a deeply connected community of employees. Perhaps this approach explains the absence of any worker strikes at Ferrero factories. Following the introduction of Ferrero Rocher, Michele inaugurated the Ferrero Foundation in his cherished hometown, Alba. This multifunctional hub featured a kindergarten, school, bar, workshops, fitness centers, and healthcare facilities, exclusively accessible to employees with over a quarter-century of service to the company. The Ferrero legacy remained firmly within the family's grasp. After Michele's passing, his sons, Giovanni and Pietro, assumed the mantle of leadership. By 2019, the Ferrero Group boasted annual revenues exceeding $11 billion. In 2018, it further solidified its market dominance by acquiring businesses worth $2.8 billion from its primary rival, Nestlé. Ferrero, the world's largest consumer of hazelnuts, accounted for approximately 25% of global hazelnut production, a vital ingredient in their flagship products. Michele Ferrero's transformative impact was most tangible in Alba, where 1/5 of the population now comprised Ferrero employees. The corporate headquarters, nestled in nearby Turin, governed this global confectionery empire. At the time of his passing in 2015, Michele Ferrero stood as Italy's wealthiest individual, amassing a fortune of approximately $20.55 billion, largely attributed to his chocolates, by Forbes magazine. A statue in Alba eternally commemorates his legacy as the unrivaled monarch of chocolate, a visionary who forever altered the world's confectionery landscape.